Hi Legionnaires, Steve Cox here with you from High Tech Legion. For the last few years I keep hearing that PC gaming is dead, hearing that throughout the gaming community. But much like the Phoenix of mythology, with this latest generation of consoles being as weak as they are, the resurgence of PC gaming is coming back. Speaking of Phoenix, I have here a BitFenix mid-tower case. This is the Ronin. I want to get it over here on the table, get it out of the box, let you guys take a look at it, see what we can expect, you know, just aesthetically, and then start to put a build in it and see what kind of performance and airflow and cooling features and things like that we can expect. Along with the BitFenix Ronin, I did get some red LED Spectre fans from BitFenix also that they want me to install in there, so we're going to do that also. And let's get right over to it and take a look at the case. Alright, before we get into the case itself, we'll just take a quick look at the box. You can see it's just a brown cardboard box with the black ink on it. You've got the BitFenix logo here, the name here, the logo there, website at the bottom. On the sides you've got, well, on this side you've got another image and then the specifications here at the bottom. And then across the back, just a few of the features you can expect real quickly. It's got a soft touch surface. It's got 240 millimeter water cooling radiator, or at least it fits a 240 millimeter water cooler. Interchangeable mesh strips, fits long graphics cards, and an innovative stealth cover. So we'll get a good look at all that. That's pretty much all there is for the box. Alright, I've got the case right here. So you have a large window on the side, and you can see that shield that they spoke of inside there. Right away, the soft touch that they spoke of, it's like the you know, kind of industrial rubberized surface all along the edges, the front panels, the mesh that they spoke of here, all that same kind of a rubberized soft touch, and it's very silky, very smooth. It's matte black. It won't take fingerprints or scratches very well. And it'll be real easy to wipe down with just a damp cloth. Wipe it right off if you get, you know, any dust or anything like that on there. Again, the shield that they spoke of, it comes out, it clips out, and it sounds, you know, be warned, if you get this case, it almost sounds like it's damaging it to take it out. I promise it's not. But it's just got the clips. Similar to what a lot of the cases have on the front. You've got these snap-in clips, and then you put these pegs into the slots across the front and put those pegs into these holes here. We'll set that aside for a moment. It's got a little bit of a texture, kind of a almost graphite texture on there. Right away you can see you've got 3 ODDs, 3 optical drive bays, and then you're going to have your 6 main hard drive bays. Now these of course double as solid state drive bays also. You can just screw those down there and they just snap open and snap closed to fit a standard hard drive, a standard 3.5 inch hard drive. When you take the front off, BitFenix comes included with like a hot swappable hard drive or a card reader, and this comes with the same kind of soft touch rubberized industrial rubber front, so it'll match really nicely when you have to take off these slots here. You put in your optical drive, you put in this. You don't need a aftermarket one. Again, that is the BitFenix. It has the BitFenix logo here in the middle, and so that'll look really nice and be flush and match very nicely. You have support for 2 120 millimeter fans on the front. Support, of course, for the one that comes in the back. You have a 120 millimeter fan in the back. It does come with one on the front, and then of course another slot for it. And you can see as I take the top off, this bundle of wires that comes out of here. We'll take a quick look at that. Of course, you have your USB 3.0. You have two 3.0 slots on the top. You have two USB 2.0 slots on the top. And then HD audio for the microphone and headphone jack. And then you have your standard reset and power and HD LED switch. All that stuff, that little bundle there. And you can see that built right in. And it comes off so that it's out of the way for whenever you're doing your build. You can get in here, get your fans installed, and get your things set up. And so that's two 120mm fans, or like they mentioned, the 240mm radiator at the top. And then of course, for your power supply at the bottom, your fan intake from the bottom, and another fan position, another 120mm fan at the bottom. So that's a total of 2, 4, 6 fans, which Bitfenix has included with their Spectre Pro LEDs. And so that's what I'm going to be putting in all the way around. 6 of those right here for maximum airflow. Here is the quick installation guide since I pulled it out for the Ronin case. Obviously it just covers your basic stuff. Things that I think most of us probably don't really need, but it's nice to have. Good for beginners especially, just to reassure themselves. It comes with a intake fan filter. Again, I mentioned it has one pre-installed at the front, and you can see that it does have the mesh filter over the top. So it comes with a secondary mesh filter for the intake at the front when you add in another fan there. It does also come with, it looks like 6, 8, 9, 10 zip strip ties. And then of course your standard array of fan screws and power supply screws and the standoffs for the motherboard tray and the motherboard itself. And that's really just about it to cover on that part of it. You've got 2, 4, 6, 7 expansion slots. You have a little bit of grommets here. Let's take a look at the back. Couple of little grommets here for maybe some water cooling. Well, obviously for water cooling. But again, I'm not going to be using that. The back of the case, or the right side of the case, I always call this the back because I know the front is really the optical drive bays. But we all do our work from the left side. I call that the front. I'm sorry, I know it's probably pretty much wrong. You can see it actually has a good deal, a good amount of tie downs all the way around. Plenty of tie downs everywhere. A couple on the side here, one at the top for your 8-pin, keep everything routed nicely. And that's actually a pretty deep inset there. That's 3/4 of an inch all the way around, and a little bit deeper in some of these recessed areas, like this little channel here is pretty much right at an inch. So that gives you really plenty of room for cable management so that you can keep your case looking good and clean and keep your cables routed and put away beautifully. All stripped down like this, the case doesn't look like much, but with their side panels and the window and the front panel on there, I thought it was really a pretty good looking case. I'm excited to get a build in here. Hey guys, so my final thoughts for the Bitfenix Ronin mid-tower case. It's a really nice looking case, all black on black, just really good quality case. There are a few little nitpicks about it, just little things like across the bottom of the motherboard tray where the motherboard basically meets the power supply. There's no room to run cables from the back side, so they have to just run across the front of the motherboard, right across the top of that power supply. Little things like that. I mean, literally just another centimeter of space with some tiny little holes, and your HD audio, your USB 2.0, a couple fan wires would be a lot less obtrusive and a lot less visible. And of course, I know we all want to just hide those cables as much as we can. That makes our cases look that much more beautiful. Speaking of beautiful, the case itself is a beautiful case, but then Bitphoenix gave us the opportunity to use the Spectre Pro LED red fans. They sent me 6 of those. I've got 2 in the front, 2 in the top, 1 on the rear exhaust, and 1 in the bottom, and it really gives the case an overall just beautiful red glow. It illuminates everything, and that's just the beginning. They're going to be kind of a work in progress, a project that we're going to come back to over time, and maybe install some more LED strips, just whatever Bitphoenix has, any of their accessories that they want to toss our way, and that's what we're going to put in there to really be able to show you guys how beautiful this case can really be and how customizable it is with just some simple accessories. Once again, all in all, I'm going to give it a gold award. I think at the $99 price range, it's got some really stiff competition that maybe the stock case itself doesn't really stack up to, but once you start adding in the extra accessories, it's going to blow it away. And so that's the difference. A case like this comes, you know, a little bit more customizable. Again, like things like the Stealth Shield that I showed you. You've got the large window, and I'm talking with my hands, I don't know why. You've got the large window on the side panel that lets you see everything in the case, and I think that's beautiful. It's a good, nice, high quality acrylic window, really clear, a little bit reflective, but really very clear. You can see right through it easily. But if you put in that Stealth Shield, it hides your hard drive base, hides the power supply and things like that. The only way it could be a little better is if it had a little 45-degree top piece on there that hid the cabling and hid the power supply a little bit more. But then you would block off your fan intake from the bottom and you wouldn't have that. So it's a give and take. Either way though, with that shroud and everything like that, the customization that you have with the case, definitely a gold award for Bitphoenix and the Ronin case. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Come and join us over on our forums at www.hightechlegion.com. Jump over on Facebook and give us a like over there. And if you guys like to use Twitter, you want to keep up with regular daily news updates, follow us on Twitter for all of those kind of news feeds. Thanks again for watching. My name is Steve Cox signing out for High Tech Legion, and we'll see you next time.